Hey guys, what's happening? I'm just going to do a quick video review here of our Transformers Armada Megatron. This, of course, is the first Megatron that was from the Unicron trilogy. And I have to say, I like the Megatrons of the Unicron trilogy a lot better than the Primes. In my opinion, Armada and Energon Prime are kind of some of the poorest toys in my collection. Just really lackluster toys in my opinion. But the Megatrons, much better. Funny enough, I really love the Cybertron Optimus though from the trilogy, but I don't have the Cybertron Megatron because I just never really cared for the way he looked too much, so I never picked him up. Anyway, moving on. Obviously here we have Armada Megatron in his tank mode, and honestly it looks great. It's a really good mixture of G2 and, and maybe looks a little bit like Bludgeon and just a few other tanks that we've got. It's a really cool all-looking mode. As you can see, he rolls really well. Of course, he has a firing missile, just like many other Transformers. Although I think to fire it, you kind of, you just, well, you push it back. I kind of prevented her from firing. You push back his barrel, missile flies out. And since Armada was all about minicons, he's got 1 million minicon ports on him. Well, not 1 million, but he's got a lot. He's got one right here. This little piece comes up. He comes with this minicon. They called him Leader 1. It's a, GoBot joke. But anyway, you can peg him there if you want. He's got another minicon port up here, and that one actually controls. You do that, he's got a couple more missiles that can deploy and fire. He's got another mini port back there. You press this little button here, those things snap open. Each one of those has a minicon port on it. He's got a he's got some compartments in his legs too. Open up. Crush a minicon, capture it, whatever. Let's see here. And on the other side, he's got a little, I don't know what to call this, maybe track, factory, I'm not sure. Anyway, and this little bad boy, so it's almost like he's a mini base here for minicons. It's pretty cool, I gotta say. Grab another minicon, maybe it'll fit in that. One of these bad boys has to fit under here a little bit. There we go. I mean, honestly, overall, this vehicle mode is very impressive. There's a lot you can do with it. It looks good. I really like this vehicle mode. Anyway, I will be back in a flash to go over his robot mode with you. Alright guys, here we have Megatron transformed and into his robot mode, along with his little buddy Leader 1. I'll go ahead and cover Leader 1 just real quick for you. He's just a simple little minicon. Give you a 360 of him in robot mode. He's got pretty limited posability. Bends at the knees. And moves at the top of the leg. And he's got some arm rotation. That's pretty much it. But he's a minicon, so you can't really get too much out of that. And he's really more of an accessory than his own figure anyway, so it's really not a big deal. So anyway, you can just pop him on to really any minicon port here. And he actually has quite a bit of features in robot mode, but first I'll just give you a quick 360 of him. I think he's a great looking mold, and forgot to peg that back down. There we go. Anyway, I think he's a great looking mold in robot mode too. Just awesome. He's kind of a good combination of G2 Megatron. And if you look at his face, just zoom in on that for you a bit, kind of resembles Beast Wars Megatron, which is really cool, especially considering the same guy who did Beast Wars Megatron's voice did Megatron's voice in Armada as well. So just a neat little connection there. Anyway, like I said, awesome looking mold, and I'll go over his posability. He doesn't have a whole lot going on the legs. He doesn't have any knee or foot articulation. His leg, and I think that's more due to the transformation than anything else. And unfortunately, his legs don't go forward and back; they just kind of go side to side, and you can kind of go sideways at the knee there too. As far as his this part here, you don't have to display him with his cannon pointed out. That's just my preferred way. You can, if you want, rotate that and have it out of the way. But I like to have it down there. Just an option, though, if you want to do that. On his arm, in and out the shoulder, rotates at the shoulder, bends at the elbow, doesn't have any wrist rotation, and his head rotates. And that's pretty much it for his articulation, but it's still good enough to where you can get him into some kind of cool poses, which I'll do my best to demonstrate one here real fast. Oh, and he does have a feature I forgot to go over in vehicle mode. I'm sorry, robot mode. You just push that out, and he has a little knife deploy. That's kind of neat. And you know, he can kind of look menacingly at you, like, hey, I'm gonna blow you away, pal. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and load him up with minicons just so you can see what it looks like. I think it actually looks pretty good on Megatron. Makes him look a bit more imposing, I think. And there you have it. There he is, kind of get him back in the frame a little bit better there for you. And there he is, loaded up with minicons. I think that looks pretty cool. And I'll just do a couple of quick size comparisons. Here he is with Transformers Prime Megatron. Obviously, he's a bit taller than him, but he definitely comes up short compared to, say, Energon Megatron. So, there you go. Anyway, that's pretty much going to wrap this thing up. If you can find them for a reasonable price, I think you should pick them up. I hope you enjoyed watching this, and I will see you next time.